Would you prefer that I put kid gloves on with you and treat you like baby? Are you adults? Just say, give me the raw truth, I can handle it. Well, today you're going to get some raw truth. Are you a follower of Jesus based on the way Jesus says to follow him? That's what we're going to look at this morning. Are you ready? We've seen that to be a follower of Jesus, it means he's your teacher, you're his student. He's your deliverer, he's your worshiper. The third relationship role that we're going to look at today emerges the way that Philip responds to him. Now, he just gives us the basics of it, and the rest of it gets unpacked throughout the New Testament. But Philip starts something that every Christian from that day forward would follow. Relationship role number 3. Take a look on the screen. Following Jesus means, if you say I'm a Christian, you're saying Jesus is my treasure. But look what Philip does immediately after meeting Jesus. This is where the rest of the text is going to get important. Philip found Nathanael. Stop again. It doesn't seem like much to you, but what has been laid out here is a foundation of what will become the rest of Christian history. And I mean, Philip is setting the stage for how we went from right now 4 fishermen to over 2 billion people professing to be Christians. Starts from what Philip does right here. Here's what I mean by that. Jesus found Philip, and Philip was like, oh, you're everything I've been waiting for. And what does Philip do? He goes out and finds someone else. Jesus found you, and your job is to go out and find a Nathanael. He sets the stage for how Christianity is taking over the world. He's the first one. Jesus found him. He found someone else. Really key there. Keep reading at what Philip does. He found Nathanael and said to him, we have found him, of whom Moses in the law and also the prophets wrote, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. Put simply, he's saying the same thing that Andrew and Simon Peter said. We found the Messiah, the long-awaited hope of Israel, the thing we've been waiting for all our lives, like the greatest thing that our grandfather's grandfather has been waiting for. He's here. That's what he's saying to Nathanael. Nathanael's response is epic, isn't it? Nathanael says to him, can anything, please say that word, good. Can anything good come out of Nazareth? Philip's response is epic. Philip says, come and see what I found. This would go on to be the foundation of seeking Jesus as the priority, the treasure of your heart, which is essential to call yourself a Christian. He invites people, Jesus, when he finds them, like he found Philip, he invites them, I kid you not, to reprioritize their entire lives around him. It's a new book by John Piper. Anybody surprised about that? It's brand new. It's called What is Saving Faith? Reflections on Receiving Christ as Treasure. So John Piper makes the case that if you say, I'm a Christian, you're saying, I've received Jesus as my treasure, or you're not a Christian. That's the point of this book. Okay, so I want to give you a quote from this book. Piper writes, saving faith receives Christ as a treasure, but not as second to lands or oxen or spouses, like property or work or family. He is valued above them, or he's rejected. Embracing him as one among many useful treasures is worse than useless. It's worse because it gives the impression that Jesus, the King of Kings, that Jesus is willing to be used. He is not. He will be received as our supreme treasure or not at all. Now listen, this is just Piper. Who cares what Piper says? I want you to listen to Jesus. Listen to what Jesus says. You be the judge. Jesus speaking, Matthew 10. Whoever loves father or mother, or you could put wife or husband or children more than me is not worthy of me. That is not very American. Again, Jesus says, Luke 14, any one of you who does not renounce all that he has cannot be my disciple. That simply means if I'm second this relationship isn't going to work. I have to be the treasure of your life. So following Jesus means he becomes your teacher. This is quiz time. Make sure everybody's still awake. He becomes your teacher. You become his? Tough one now. He's your deliverer and you are his? Okay, the last one we just did. He is your treasure. You are the? Steward. This is what it means to follow Jesus. Last one. Following Jesus means he becomes your king. A king. Before Philip called you, when you were under the fig tree, I saw you. Nathanael is stunned by this. He's stunned. What do you mean you saw me? Look at how Nathanael reacts. Nathanael answered him, Rabbi, you're the Son of God. You're the King of Israel. Jesus answered, in other words, how can you come to that conclusion by me saying I saw you? Look how he answers. Because I said to you, I saw you under the fig tree? You suddenly are calling me God and King? You'll see greater things than these. So you're asking, all right, that's cool. That's a great history lesson. What does this have to do with me calling Jesus King? So glad you're on top of things this morning. Nathanael hears this story and he says, you're Rabbi and you're the Son of God. We've already seen those before. Nathanael introduces us to a new role, the King of Israel. How did he arrive there, do you ask? Here's how. There's only one person who has the authority to open up that gate. There's only one who can say, open the gate. And you know who that is? It's the king. Only the king has the authority to bridge this gap between heaven and earth. That's why Nathanael, when Jesus revealed himself like he did, Nathanael said, you're the king we've been waiting for. As I've done with each of these four relationship roles, teacher, student, deliverer, worshiper, treasure, and steward. This last one is king to servant. And you might be asking, what does the king expect from his loyal subjects? As I close, let me offer you two more very basic principles for following Jesus in the king-servant relationship. Two more principles. First, your king expects your loyal allegiance. Friends, we just had the Memorial Day parade, and I, like you, I hope, stood and I put my hand over my heart and I said, I pledge allegiance to the flag. Paul was a citizen of two places. He was a citizen of Rome, and he loved Rome and was proud that he was a citizen of Rome. And he was a citizen of heaven. We are living in between two worlds. We are citizens of heaven waiting for our coming king who will establish his throne here on the earth forever and ever. And everyone said, Amen. Until then, we're citizens of the United States. And I, like you, I hope like you, I love my country. But my highest allegiance is to the King of Glory, and I am waiting for him to come and rule and reign on this earth. Until he does, I pledge my allegiance to him as my king. Second, it's going to mean that your king deserves your loyal attendance. Like, friends, this isn't hard. You have a king, attend to him. Christians are servants, right? Do like this. Can I ask, are you serving? Are you serving? In any way? Because if you're a Christian, you have to serve your king, right? You should say, well, duh. If he's your king, serve him. So that when he returns, he can say, there's my loyal subject. She has been serving me at Atlantic City Rescue Mission for years. Come, enjoy the reward of your master. Don't you want to hear that? Serve. Serve. Do something small. Be a greeter. Serve in the nursery. Do something. But your king expects you to attend to him.
Hi, I'm Pastor Luke here at Island Bible Church on Long Beach Island. Thank you so much for watching this video. I pray that you found it both challenging and uplifting. Please don't forget to like and share this video, and feel free to hit the subscribe to see more videos just like this one. For our full-length sermons, you can find those here on our YouTube channel, or you can go to our website, hopeoflbi.com.